Hello and welcome to K-Stop, Fuse's K-Pop podcast. Hello everybody, this is Jeff Benjamin, and as usual I am joined by the Rudolph of Fuse TV, the leader of the pack, Tina Zhu.
The leader? I don't know if that's accurate.
It's accurate,
you're
Tina.
The leader of the pack.
Stop it. Stop it. I'm just one of the random ones like Cupid or Vixen.
But I want to be Prancer.
Why? He's not the leader though.
But Prancer
Or she.
sounds way cuter, and you said I'm the cutest.
It is
of
the
the
cute.
team,
I
so.
did. No, I said you're the leader of the team. Last year I said
Last
week.
week I was the cutest.
You were the cutest.
So
You're
I
the
think
cutest
Prancer
elf.
makes more sense.
All right, Prancer, if you say so. I'll gladly adopt the Rudolph title.
Welcome to, I guess, our Christmas episode.
Final
Christmas
episode.
themed episode. I feel like most of the releases we're talking about are kind of Christmas-ish.
Yeah, we should get some. Can you feel the snowflakes? Get a mug of hot cocoa.
It's really freaking cold over here.
Yeah.
We've been hit with our little cold winter wave.
It's true. If my voice sounds a little stuffy right now, please ignore. It's those winter blues and winter colds, etc. But I swear I'm not contagious, at least through the podcast.
We're really excited to be back with another episode and to talk about these new releases.
Yes. Of course, just some quick housekeeping notes. If you guys remember last week, we told you about Fuse's K-Pop Top 40 music video competition that's kicking off right at the top of the year. And don't forget that K-Stop listeners have the ability to choose the final 3 videos. Just like we always review 3 songs every week, we're asking you guys to vote for the final videos, and we gave you some light suggestions, but we also saw a bunch of people writing in votes, and actually so the people that we kind of ask you, basically if you missed last week's episode, definitely listen to it because you shouldn't miss an episode. But basically we chose the top 37 videos, biggest releases of the year. You guys know who we're talking about. We're talking about the ones, the people who are hitting number 1, the people who are winning music shows, etc. But where there's some people who are just on the cusp, and we're asking K-Stop listeners to choose the final 3 videos. So some people that we're asking you to vote on to be included are B1A4's A Lie, Teen Top's Warning Sign, Oh My Girls, Listen to My Song, BAP's Skydive, Heisendean Shut Up and Groove, Crampop's Doom Shit, Monsta X's All In, DIA's Mr. Potter.
Doom shit. I hate you.
What? Oh, did I say doom shit?
It's like
doom chit. You're right.
Doom cheat, I think. Doom cheat? Yeah.
Doom cheat. Yeah.
We can say doom shit.
Doom shit.
That's way more fun to say.
Oh gosh, yeah, sorry. Apologies. NCTU, The 7th Sense, Suzy and Baekhyun's Dream, or others if you have other thoughts. And actually there were some write-in votes. We already got 2 votes actually for Card, K-A-R-D.
Oh, wow.
We both are obsessed with that song.
We love that song. Yeah.
And
it's gotten really good feedback from what I've seen.
We already got 2 people. Shout out to Carapril Prinz from Lima, Peru, and Janeth Kim from the Philippines, who both wrote in Card as their vote. And then we also had, I can't tell where this person, it just looks like it's a fan account, but WJSN Secrets also got a write-in vote. Okay. So don't worry, we're going to total them all up. We're going to see what's going on Twitter, going on Fuse.tv. Keep voting in the poll. You'll see it right at the bottom of this, where this podcast is posted on Fuse.tv. And you can keep voting. Make sure you vote all the way up till when it launches on January 4th. I'm really, really excited for that in particular. So dope. Yes, keep us updated and keep voting. As you guys know, you can hit us up with any thoughts about K-pop, about the show, etc. I'm Jeff __ Benjamin on Twitter.
And I'm Hey_Tina with 3 A's.
Yeah. And last but not least, as you guys know, we ask you to vote on your favorite release of the week. Last week, like we mentioned, we talked about KARD's Cards Oh Nana, Big Bang's Fucking and Last Dance, and Jessica's Wonderland. And I think we both gave it to Big Bang.
Yes, we did.
But in a surprising upset with less than 2% different, it was Card.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at I'm not lying,
shit.
Tina. I think the Card fans just came out and
God.
Because I remember seeing, you know, and
Plot
I'm not.
twist.
Right. And I was thinking, you know, we saw a lot of activity. We saw a lot of you guys watching this or listening to this podcast, particularly on Fuse.tv. You know, you guys always script around on iTunes and stuff like that too. But yeah, I think I was assuming it was just because of Big Bang fans, but maybe the Card fans. I've been seeing actually Card.
Maybe it's a mixture of Card fans coming out strong and Big Bang fans just being either over it or they're just like, excuse me, too busy like, I don't know, freaking out about this. I don't know. It's just
well,
that's really surprising.
I know they can't, you know, and I was also seeing Card was like responding to like a lot of, I think at least what I was seeing correctly. I didn't read so much about the article, but I was seeing the Card members were like, they were like reacting to people reacting to their videos, or they were like watching. It was some type of live something or other situation.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe they found K-Stop. Who knows? And maybe that's where all the Card fans came from. But in any case, congrats to Card. They had a surprising upset over Big Bang. The final totals came down to, don't want to mess this up, of course. We got 47% for Card, 44% for Big Bang, and then about 10% for Jessica.
Okay.
So congrats, Card.
Look at them. Look at Card.
Look at them go. Maybe they'll end up
making waves.
Already making waves, and maybe they'll be in our top 40. Who knows? Anything can happen on K-Stop, including what we're about to talk about. It can go anyway. So maybe a surprise guest will come. Maybe the lights will turn off. You just never know what happens with K-Stop.
Now that you say that, I realize like nothing's really broken or crashed or fallen on us in like the past few recordings. Because usually either like, because we're at an office where a lot of the rooms, if there's no movement in the room, it's automatic like motion sensor lights or whatever. So the lights assume no one's in the room since we're sitting still-ish, I guess. So then it'll just suddenly like go dark, and then Jeff has to stand up and do a little jiggle to like get the lights to turn back on. Or like something will just fall because there's props or something. Right.
Or yeah.
It can be very alarming.
We must have been very animated lately, or maybe we're very zen. Who knows?
So yeah, knock on wood.
Yes, watch something crazy happen today. But yes, I say we just get right into it now, as we always do. Tina, who's first on your list in this Christmas themed episode?
Let's go with EXO.
That's a good way to start.
I feel like that's it's gotten like good responses, I feel like, and it's gotten a lot of views on YouTube. People have been talking about it. And EXO, obviously, big group, and big boy group, a lot of fans.
Big boy group. They
big boy group.
You just sounded
weird.
Like big boy
group. Big group in general.
Yes, I mean, they've basically at this point, I feel like it's been an annual thing with them, releasing some type of holiday or some type of winter themed release every year. For a couple of years now. I feel like maybe it started in 2013, I think, and now here we are in 2016 with For Life, the latest winter release. You know, I feel like I should preface this episode with I am not a very big Christmas music fan. I think I said this when we reviewed like Jaya's Winter It's You. And yeah, I mean,
I'm not a huge fan of Christmas ballads, I would say. I like Christmas songs that are like, you know, trendier. There's maybe some like hip hop aspect in there, something that's like a little bit more catchy, edgy. If it's more traditional ballad route, it's just really forgettable for me because in my mind it all sounds the same. So it's hard for me to differentiate.
And I think this is a big thing in Korea, right? This, you know, winter ballad, you know, it's colder out, people are listening to slower music. And EXO definitely capitalizes on that trend with this latest release. I'll say, you know, the guys sound really good on it, you know, really nice vocals. Sometimes it sounded a little processed. You know, there were moments where like they had some really nice harmonies and a cappella stuff going on, but then it would sound like a little processed, which made me a little wary of what I was listening to. But in the end, you know, like there was like some really nice musical moments. There was like when that violin comes in, I really liked when that was going on. And yeah, I just
Jeff liked that one violin moment.
I loved the violin. And yeah, it's tough for me to like sink my teeth into this when especially because I've been watching obviously EXO for a moment. Did I just call him EXO or something? EXO or something.
Well, you know what you meant.
Yeah, EXO. Been watching, and I remember like last year, they released this really interesting. The whole concept was about like loneliness and like there's like kind of a big thing in Korea about this like the loneliest whale in the world who only who can only communicate in that certain pitch that no other whale can listen to. I remember like there was this it was really like striking album cover with like a man in a astronaut suit and this whale floating in space. It was really interesting. I remember being very intrigued by that. This one didn't like catch me and hook me as much as that last one did. Yeah. But I still, I'll at least say, at least with the music video too, I liked the colors. There were some really cool visuals. There was like that cute moment where I think it was, or there was that cute moment where, or sorry, there were a lot of cute moments, I should say. But like, there were a lot of cool things going on with the lighting and the colors and the.
Yeah, I will say I agree with you. The song was just very, like to me, it was just really generic. It sounded like an OST song, like a soundtrack song.
Right, that's a good comparison.
Where like, it just felt like it didn't really go anywhere. It was fine. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really I didn't really feel any type of way. In general. So but I will say I thought like the neon signage was dope, like it said like you were here and then there was the bar sign. I thought that kind of that production, the composition was really dope, and I like that. I thought the concept was just kind of regular. It was certain parts were a little strange, like he was like sleeping on like a freaking bench in the woods. I'm like,
right,
okay, I get it. It was like it's supposed to be like dreamlike, and he's like chasing after this girl, like trying to like dedicate himself to her, but the whole thing was just like it didn't feel Christmassy to me, I think, but it was like a winter release. It wasn't necessarily a Christmas release, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, EXO, I remember they did their like 12 like miracles of Christmas or something like that. Like the first time they came out with a Christmas release, it was like we are elves, we are
like very literal.
It was like we are look at all 12 of us are like shaping in a Christmas tree. At longtime EXO fans definitely know what I'm talking about. They all had a similar wig on. Okay. It was a moment to remember.
Wow.
But here, they're a little more mature. They're not doing that same stuff anymore, and
it's a little more subtle.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But and yeah, like they're and that's the thing too. I was thinking in particular of that moment with like Chanyeol and the girl, and where all like the light bulbs light up, if you remember, and like it almost looks like he's about to kiss her, but then someone's waking up.
It's very K-drama-esque. Very like kind of slow build up.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah, and like, but then you wake up and it's a dream.
Yeah. But it's very like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, like cookie cutter. Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, no, I mean a lot of times. I don't know
if I would listen to it again.
Yeah, like I think we're both on that same page that like it's tough for us to get into like this very ballady, melodramatic winter mode that lots of K-pop groups like to get into. But for what they did, I think they did what they had to do, and I'm not gonna slam it. I'm gonna say, okay. I'm gonna say, it wasn't like, I'm glad that like, cause I think people. Do you guys remember when in their at the EXO concert they had like a ballad winter section, even though it was like February, I think, when they actually performed in New York, and like they had this like, video transition where like they're all playing like these like kooky elves and they're all like in like a factory, but if it was something like that, I would have been like, throw it away, but like, work.
It's like Christmas appropriation.
Yeah. it works in like the context of like, you know, the video, the concert and the video, you know, transition and whatnot. It was like cute and quirky because like
really just took it and ran with it.
They ran with it for sure. And you know, like obviously like the people watching that are just their fans, you know, like in the concert. So it works in that context. But I'm glad to at least, you know, it seems like they're at least slowly moving into that, hey, take us a little more seriously. Right. We're growing up. We're getting more mature.
Yeah.
And it worked in that way, which is kind of how I felt Monster and Lucky One and all those songs and Lotto were kind of working in their favor. But wow, they've released a lot of music this year.
They have, yeah.
The unit,
They've been busy.
The tours, the Japan stuff. I think they released stuff in Japan. They've been busy. So
busy year.
Yeah. So EXO bringing it. So solid. Next. All
right. Let's switch it up a bit.
Switch it up. I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas release. There are like a couple lines referencing Christmas, but so Hoody, who was the first female artist to be signed to J Park's label.
Yes.
AOMG released her single, and I believe her first full-length album. Ooh. I forget the title of it, but it came out a few days ago. And the single features J Park, and it's called Your Eyes. And it's very harmonic, feel good, very kind of fuzzy feeling kind of song.
Yeah.
And she sounds so good on it. I'm not super familiar with her, but from what I've heard from her, she is she's dope. She sounds great. Comparable to Highs maybe, but her tone is a little bit different. I think when you hear Highs, you're like, oh, that's definitely Highs.
Yeah.
But like Hoody's voice is I don't want to say it's not as easy to like differentiate, but maybe because I listen to Highs more. So but yeah, the song Your Eyes, it's like a really good collaboration between the two. J Park is more going like more R&B, more crooning.
Yeah.
Which I really like to hear from him. I like that more than his kind of like more aggressive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of actually all of that. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be negative right now. But
interesting.
No, I really like the song. I wish that he did more of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought the song was really cute, saying like, I wake up and I like think of like looking in your eyes. Even when I'm sleeping, I see you in my dreams. Aww. And even if we don't last forever, just, I hope that we can like have this moment together or whatever.
Nice.
So I thought the song was just it's really chill. I really like it.
Yeah, well, I like the vibe overall too. I think she sounds, good. She did what she had to do. I think J Park sounds really great as well. Good, yeah. Like, I love seeing that side of him as well. I think, I'm definitely a fan of R&B J Park for sure. Yeah. The only thing that just kind of like made me like a little not so happy was like the beat felt a little clanky at times.
Okay.
Like just not it wasn't as smooth as I think the vocals and the delivery deserved. Okay. Like so it almost kind of reminded me of like, remember when Alex the Kid was like very much in that, like it's very like drum bass, almost like he did like, I Need a Doctor by Dr. Dre and Coming Home by Diddy and all that stuff.
Right.
It reminded me of that a little too much, like that sort of clanky rock pop R&B beat that like that never sounded so smoothed over.
Okay.
And I think they deserve something a little, and like you were even saying with like Highs really seems to really nail that dreamy sort of smooth, very like easy to take in sound. This one was just like, it had like a couple bumps in the road that just turned me off the tiniest bit.
Okay. I can understand that.
But overall, like even there were so many like nice moments in it, especially when Jay came in. I was like, oh, like I was expecting, a rap feature.
No, he was very fluid.
Yeah.
Like, in the whole thing. So you're saying like production wise, you weren't as satisfied with
Not
this.
as satisfied.
Okay.
I think it just the meshing didn't seem.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You think
together.
Do you think they sounded good together?
I think they sound great together. Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I want to figure out more about her because I was like,
I listened to a couple other tracks on the album.
Oh, it's called On and On, by the way.
On and On, right? She did one with Doki. Yeah, that was dope. Did one with I think like was it? There's one song called Lust, I think.
Oh, with ELO.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. And she gets a little funky on the production on a few tracks. It's not like full on R&B. Like it's like there's stuff that's different from Your Eyes.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit more like synthy, electronic in there. A little bit. Not heavy though.
It sounds intriguing.
Yeah, and and I think her look is kind of in between CL and Highs. If you actually look at her Instagram. Like the way she does her makeup, the hair color. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
Like the video was cute, but I wish it was
the two of them.
I know, wouldn't that have been so much better?
It would have, but like I will say, given the concept that they went with, I think it still really worked. I really like that whole home video, grainy VHS look, because like sometimes that shit can be boring, right? But I thought they picked like the exact the cute moments that you expect from every couple who's like trying to be all like cozy in the winter and like, you know, just chilling together on the couch, riding like the little, what do you call those stationary thingamajigs in the park? Those horsey things.
Yeah. What are those
things
called?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At the playground.
I don't just call it like I want to ride the horsey.
Yeah.
Like
so they were
like
they're really cute.
I don't even know what those things are
There's
called.
There's definitely a name. I'm like sounding like it. I just haven't ridden one of those in a while. Okay.
Liar. You go to the park all the time.
I go to the park every weekend. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was cute. I like the whole kind of like lazy Sunday feel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, is that like it wasn't like so many times. Oh my God, I'm so over it. Like these K-pop, you know, if they do go with that style, it's very like, oh, look, you just got me coffee and the foam's on my nose. It's like, oh my God. I'm like, how many times do I need to see that?
Oh
but no, this was just like, you know, they're even like being like lame and like going on like the Apple fake background with the, you know, roller coasters.
I like that they were just almost kind of poking fun at how coupley they are.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things about Korea, like the whole couple.
It's a big culture. Yeah.
Couple culture, right? Where they like wear shirts that are couple shirts and they have matching phone thingies and everything's very coupley and it's like almost sickening to a point, but also you're like, oh, but that's so cute and I wish that was kind of me. So I thought like the whole thing really worked and it wasn't overkill and I wasn't like, you know, oh my God, I want to gag from all this. I thought it was a good balance.
Yeah. And you know, I thought, you know, I've only recently heard that kind of Christmas is more of like a couple's holiday.
Oh, it is.
In Korea,
Christmas,
is that true?
Like Christmas in Asia in general, and China too. It's very, I mean, it's very commercialized and westernized here, obviously, but over there it's much more couple based and like a romantic thing. Whereas here it's like, it's still very family and friends heavy, and like I feel like having a significant other it comes in like third in the ranking. I feel like it's family, then friends, then your significant other. I feel like
here. Yeah.
Over there, I almost feel like it's the opposite.
Interesting. Is there still a religious tone to it?
I think in Korea more so, because China, like religion wise, it's very different culturally than in Korea, because a lot of Koreans are Catholic.
Yeah.
So I think definitely there's a bigger religious component.
Wow.
But but like if you're in a relationship, you're like booed up or whatever, this is like your holiday.
This is your holiday,
other than the domestic version of Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Cool. A little culture lesson courtesy of Tina Zhu.
I mean, I don't even know it that well because I'm not Korean. So if anyone wants to shed more light on that,
feel
free
please
to hit us up.
Because I only recently found that out because I was, you know, talking to someone in Korea about Christmas and they're like, oh yeah, it's basically like a couple's holiday. I was like, oh wow.
So they can shove their coupleness in your face even more so than they usually do.
And listen to Hoody and J Park and you know, do your thing.
But I did feel very like warm and fuzzy listening to this. But like I feel like it's something they can also listen to obviously not during the holidays, because he like I said earlier, he dropped in like, oh, it'd be so lonely, it'd be a lonely Christmas if I were alone or something, you know. So it was just a very quick reference or two to Christmas. So it's definitely something you can still, you know, jam to when it's out of season or whatever. So I really like it, and like you know, I'm happy that we discovered Hoody, or became more familiar with her through this, because before I think I just like heard bits and pieces and didn't really check her out that much. So
no, I'm very curious to learn more on her Instagram right now. It's awesome. And
I'm glad to see these more like badass female acts coming out.
We need some more bad females
who can sing and rap and have a nice tone.
Bring it out, babies.
So you liked it.
I liked it.
Yay.
I'm not sure. Once again, not sure how much I'm going to listen to it, but hey,
for what it was.
For what it was great.
Hey. All right.
Sweet. And then last but not least, Tina looks like she's about to like gear up to like go into war. No.
Well,
she's like, all right.
I mean,
she like sat up and she's like, here we go.
I mean,
well, we got Apink.
We got Apink.
So
we're gonna go back to the whole kind of
a little holiday.
A little bit more holiday. This one's not ballad, but it's also very generic. It's also generic in the sense of like, if you know Apink's catalog, this is very Apink. So they have "'Cause You're My Star," which is their Christmas release this year. I don't even know what to say right now, because it is just like so underwhelming to me.
We're underwhelming.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay, because here's the thing. I knew the song was coming, and I knew a Christmas song was coming, and I'm like, okay, here we go. You know, it's gonna be. I'm going to hear jingle bells, or it's either going to be a ballad or something like that. And then it's like this like very J-pop-y, you know, a little dated, but that's probably like why it reminds me of J-pop sounds. Like it had this like J-pop feel to it. And I'm like, what? And it was way more up-tempo and enjoyable than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest.
I mean,
Tina just sighed. I don't know. Like I didn't. Maybe because I was preparing myself for the worst.
Like that's what I'm saying. Are our standards for Apink so low, and their range is so small or narrow that like this is considered kind of going outside the box? Because come on, like,
because there is that like little dance breakdown after like, the first chorus. Do you remember that?
I love their like early shit, like my. Oh,
that's a good song.
That was like released around the winter time. I love that. That was like, even though that was very kind of like girly, but it was like so catchy, and it was like very like that's the kind of girly pop I like.
Yeah.
Not the kind where it's just kind of like, I feel like there wasn't melodic enough. I feel like I already forgot what it sounded like.
Yeah,
it's just so forgettable to me.
Yeah, I think this group, you know, I keep seeing like them on like, you know, Twitter, people like writing about them on Twitter and stuff like that. Like, you know, the group is kind of confused, or it seems like they're a little confused with where to go. They're spending a lot of time in Japan.
Yeah.
They kind of neglected, you know, Korean audiences a little bit. And I think this is them trying to be like, okay, the last single didn't perform that well. Let's, you know, come back really quickly in Korea. And I feel like it didn't totally miss the mark. I don't think it totally hit the mark either. I will say I liked it. I don't think this sound is like particularly suited to the K-pop market right now, but I think, you know, I thought they had really cute outfits. I liked I sound like Aretha Franklin when like she got asked about Taylor Swift, and she's like, great gowns.
You know, Eunji looked beautiful as always.
Yeah, no, they all look really good. You know, and that's the thing is that I will say, and this has been one of my hangups with Apink for a while, is that, you know, they've done this whole innocent thing for so
That's what I'm saying.
long.
It's the same shit every time. And I'm like, okay, how many times can I use the word porcelain to describe them? How many times
Well, here's the thing is that at least this time I kind of liked how we were getting some, it was a schoolgirl skirts, which we've seen before, but like they had sort of like these sort of cute sweaters showing like a little midriff, and like they had the chokers on.
That's
if
true.
there was ever edge for Apink, this was it.
Oh my god.
And they had that little breakdown.
Okay,
where, like,
I will say that right in the middle, that kind of funky little like groove that they threw
with
in.
like the black dresses. I feel like we've never seen them wear black.
It made zero sense.
I was hoping it'd be more of a theme to the song.
I was like, okay, they're gonna switch it up a little, and they're gonna get like maybe like go like some hip hop or something. I don't know.
Right.
Then it's just like as quickly as it dropped in,
it
quickly disappeared, and then it was like it never happened. I'm like, did I just make this up? Did that actually happen?
Yeah, because I went back to that and I'm like, did I miss something?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then like I will say it was overkill on the blue contacts. It freaked me out.
Yeah.
It was like I can feel like when Hyuna does her like kind of hazel gray contacts, I think that works.
Right.
Although she looks a little vampy, but it kind of works for her.
Yeah.
But like the piercing blue like does not work.
Yeah, I've never been really a fan of it, to be honest.
It just looks so fake. Like I feel like hazel and gray and super light brown, that is still believable.
Right.
It's still within our kind of color range.
Yeah.
For Asians at least, but like blue that just freaked me out. Because the whole thing was already kind of cool tone. Like the filter was like a blue.
Oh, I know what you're talking
about. Blue filter.
I actually
that cool
didn't
tone.
mind it a lot in this. Are you talking about like I think it was Naeun who had it? Like the really pretty one. She had like the pink cheeks.
Oh, Naeun's really pretty. Yeah.
Did she have blue contacts in?
I think they all did.
Yeah. It was just, I remember thinking, oh, that's like a striking look for her at least.
Yeah.
And maybe with everyone else, I just sort of ignored it.
People's hair and skin tone, it just didn't work. And then just with the filter already, that kind of dreamy, because they always go with that kind of semi dreamy kind of like fuzzy look and hazy, and I'm just like so over it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, I even said this the last time, I feel like they're figuring out how to mature, but they're definitely not doing it fast enough. And I think they've been
around for a hot minute.
And they were always kind of up, they definitely weren't at Girls' Generation 21, like Sistar level. But they were always sort of up there. They sold a lot of albums, I remember reading. Like, they were probably like the second or always third best-selling girl group in terms of like albums and stuff like that for a long time, because they really did this fresh, innocent thing really well. But that can't work when everyone's in like their late 20s. It's just gonna start feeling weird. And I don't know, that was like kind of my I think everyone's sort of realizing that now. And I think I said this the last time we reviewed Apink too, is that like I really want to know where they're going next, but here we are at the next one, and I'm like, okay, I really want to know where they're going next. Right. But, there's just too many girl groups right now doing this thing, and it's just like they got to figure out a way to stick out and keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So.
Like this one, I'm just going to be like, all right, fine. It was like a Christmas release. Like at least they were like the theme was there and whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like if I just watched this and listened to it, having never heard one of their songs or seen them, I'd be like, okay, it's nice. Yeah. But because I've like seen stuff from them before, it's just like, seriously?
Seriously? Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm kind of, I like them. I actually like that. I don't hate the release. So if we want to get right into the voting, actually, this would actually probably get my vote just as an overall package. Okay. Tina's eyes
I'm
lit
going with
up.
Hoody.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
But as you guys know, vote every week on your favorite release of the week, and may the best.
Fuse.tv. We're gonna have a poll up.
Always have a poll up. We always have a playlist of all the songs we talk about, and it'll be a very good playlist this week in particular. And now it's time for some charts. As you guys know, we check out the top 5 K-pop songs on US iTunes right now. And coming in at number 5 this week. This just confirms everything we were saying. The international fans love this. Card Na Na Na
Holy crap.
is still at, I think they were at number 5 last week too, actually.
Okay.
But they're selling consistently and doing
dope.
quite well. So there they are, coming in at number 5. You know, number 4. This song's been on the here for a moment. Stay With Me, which is Chanyeol and Punch from the Guardian original
I still haven't
OST.
peeped that song.
You haven't what?
I still haven't peeped that song.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Chanyeol is, I like his tone. He has that low voice.
That's code for like. Is that code for he can't sing?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Punch is a cool thing going on too. Crush, though, our boy Crush, comes in at number 3. He has a new song called Beautiful, which is off another OST as well.
Why
Guardian.
did I know about that? Okay, let me go listen to that as soon as we're done recording this.
Yes.
I'm like
it only came
mad
out, like,
at
3 days
myself
ago.
for not knowing that.
Tina, get
love
it together. I don't know much
too busy
about...
like watching his Instagram stories.
Ooh, I need to follow him.
I mean, most of it's like him and his dog.
And his dog. Really?
Yeah, he has a puppy.
Oh.
So it's just like
Is it a
shit
cute
about
dog?
his puppy. It's fine. It's cute, I guess.
Ouch, jeez.
It's just,
tell us how you really feel about this dog.
No, it's just like I feel like I'm just like weirded out when people like make out with their dog. So like Crush like
I've never
fucking like
that.
licking his dog, and I'm like, dude.
Or
like the dog's licking him, whatever, and I'm just like, listen.
Wow. Great. Okay.
So yeah.
There you go. Number 2. Last Dance by Big Bang.
Nice. Okay.
And number 1 is TT by Twat.
Shut up. I hate every time you do that. I'm like, a part of me is like, wait, really? Because you never know. Because like Twice fans are so like intense.
They are. No, it's once again fuck it by Big Bang.
We did it last week too, and I was like, no, it's not.
I know. I'm pretty funny, I gotta say.
Jeff is very funny.
No, yeah, Big Bang's still doing well. They just landed their second album on the Billboard 200, the overall chart, that literally only like 10 K-pop acts have ever charted on. And also, I think that means it's been the most K-pop albums ever like charting well in America, or like charting on the Billboard. Because BTS got 2, I think. Big Bang got this one. Yeah, I think the most ever has been 2. When Girls' Generation and Big Bang did it.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Taeyang and G-Dragon did it one year. Maybe it's tied for the best. But yeah, love some charts. As always, let us know what you guys are listening to, et cetera, et cetera. And last but not least, in our deep cut section of the week, we thought to keep in the theme, we would share with you guys our favorite K-pop Christmas music.
Yay. And Christmas, I guess, can extend to wintry singles.
Yes, exactly.
Like
we were saying,
if you can hear some jingling happening in the background, we more or less consider that like a Christmas release.
Or if it was like released in December, basically it's like, no one's putting out bangers nowadays.
Right.
I wish we had like some jingle bells or something. We really should have had them for this time. But oh well. Maybe next.
We really didn't plan this out.
I know. I should have had like some elves or
something.
Other
than us saying that it's the Christmas episode, it does not.
I know.
Sound any different from the rest of our episodes.
We're so sorry. But hopefully you have some cocoa and you're in your warm knits.
Yeah, it's up to you to make this
a
Christmas episode feeling.
And of course, in our playlist on YouTube playlist on Fuse.tv, we will have all these songs for your listening enjoyment. So click on through, listen to all the new music, all the best music of the week, all the Christmas songs we're going to suggest. And but I say... And, once again, I need to just preface it. I'm not the biggest Christmas music fan, but there are some songs that I literally love that were released around this time. And so I thought we'd get right into it.
Works. I only pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that okay?
I picked
5.
8.
You pick. Okay, I did 5.
Wait, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never mind. I only picked 6.
Okay.
How did I get 8? It's okay. All right. My first one is this is probably my favorite. Like I literally listen to this song sometimes out of nowhere.
Oh wow!
Just because I actually enjoy it. But it's Orange Caramel and Newest.
I knew it was going to be something like orange caramel.
Of course you did. They collaborated in 2012, I believe it was, on the song called Dashing Through the Snow in High Heels.
That's the name of the song?
It's really like
it's the longest fucking name ever.
It's a really long name. Yeah, Dashing Through the Snow in High Heels. It's so fun, so cute. I would have been like,
subtitle is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
It's really cute. The music video is so cute. They are all singing around like all these stuffed animals. It's just like really. It reminds me of like
something I would hate, but
it probably does. But it's exactly what I want because it has animals.
You love orange caramel.
I do, and I love New West. But I really like that song. It's really like it kind of reinterprets Dashing Through the Snow, but it puts this like new feel. It's very fresh.
Cool.
I legitimately enjoy it. That's my first pick. Yeah, I hope you guys like that one.
This isn't really no real particular order. I'll just say my first pick is probably the one that I listen to the most. This Christmas by JYP Nation.
I knew it was going to be a JYP Nation. I should have called it.
It's a classic.
We should have tried to predict.
Good.
Yeah.
And predict each other. Sorry. Yeah. It's so good.
Now, what year was that released? Just so to
like
put people.
09
yeah.
Something.
So we're talking Wonder Girls, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Sonny was still there.
Miss A had
Miss
debuted.
A was still in there. Yeah, they debuted.
Cool. Just to give us some context, we're not talking about the sort of the new. There's no Twice or Got
right.
7
yeah,
or 15.
No. Oh my gosh, yeah, none of those people. Although, yeah, it'd be cool to hear. They haven't released one as a new JYP
and that's the thing. They have so many more groups now.
Right.
You'd think, wouldn't that be so cool to like get them?
The house would be too packed. Like,
it would be a packed house.
I love what made me love the song even more, this release even more, was the music video. Like in the music video, it was like one big slumber party.
Yeah.
They were just like cooking, and like it was shot from like a participant's point of view, like,
oh cool.
So it's almost as if you were in the slumber party with them. And it was so cute. You gotta watch it. It's like one of my all-time favorite K-pop releases, like not just holiday, just ever.
And don't forget, too, Tina and I actually collaborated on this a couple years ago, but we made the 25 best K-pop Christmas songs ever. It's that they, just Google it, and it'll be like right at the top of Google, K-pop Christmas songs.
And we'll be sure to promote it on Fuse.tv so y'all can find it.
Exactly. But we have all our favorites there, which more or less we'll probably go through here, but we're only talking about our favorites. Best of the best for Jeff and Tina. I'm going to shout out Girls' Generation TTS, Dear Santa.
Nice. That's a good pick.
Do you remember that one from last year? I loved how they released it in English and in Spanish. Not English. Spanish. What's wrong? English and Korean.
English and Spanish.
English and Spanish. No, English and Korean. It was really nice. That was a really nice treat for fans. I thought TTS was supposed to release another Christmas album this year, but I guess not. But I really loved what they did with it. It was like really fun. I just ended up like singing it to myself all the time last year, so I couldn't like not. I love how it went from that ballad to the upbeat pop song. It definitely worked.
They're just a great trio in general.
They are. I miss them.
They balance each other out very well. My second pick is, it's weird that I like shit on ballads, but this ballad is different to me. This ballad is like, there's a lot more emotional depth to it, I feel like. Oh. But it's Yosa from Beast and his collaboration with Daniel, or his stage name Drama, from Dalmatian, who are like now defunct. They have a song called First Snow, First Kiss.
Right.
And that was like 2010 or something. And I just remember loving that song. I thought they sounded so good together. And like Daniel has such a great voice. And yeah, I just thought it was like, if you were to do a Christmas ballad, that's the way to do it.
I like that.
It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not generic. It just sounds good,
Nice.
And the music video is really simple. I wish they would have done something more with the video, but it's
like an in the studio.
Yeah, they're in the studio recording, which is fine because like, I mean, I'm not mad looking at Daniel. He's very cute. He's very cute.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very good. In the same tone of ballads, I'm actually going to shout out Jaya's "Winter It's You," just because. Yeah, I really love the the jazzy feel is so is to me feels very like Christmassy, but I just love how it goes out to all these different places. It's just a nice classic. Of course it has like the jazzy brassy feel to it, and that just makes me feel all warm inside.
It still felt like you said, jazzy and kind of edgy and like I don't know, it's like it wasn't corny.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking mostly. Yeah, is that like, it made me...
It's a very mature take on it.
Yeah, I loved it. So I think, I'm going to go with that one for sure.
Dope. Okay. I'm shouting out like one of your favorite groups ever. After School.
Oh, you love this song.
But no, but it's not the single. It's the second track, Someone Is You.
Oh.
Which was not the title, because they were...
Love, Love, Love.
Not that one. I do like that one though, but I think this one was a bit more like, I don't know, it's like a little bit more R&B. It was less jingly to me.
Yeah.
It was, so this was off their what is it, like Pledis?
Oh, Happy Pledis.
I don't know what I just said. Happy Pledis charity singles album or EP, which had like 3 or 4 tracks on it. I remember the cover because they just look so good. Like the styling was amazing. They were all wearing like strapless, tight pink dresses, like short pink dresses.
And weren't they wrapped together?
They all wrapped up and ribbony, and like it was just a really clean cover. And like Lizzie and like Kai, they all looked beautiful. Like,
and that's
I
when
thought their styling was amazing.
Sondam B was in the group or in the under Pledis too, right?
Pledis,
so she got included in that.
Yeah. And Love,
good
Love,
times.
Love was a very successful Christmas single.
Was it?
I mean, like most people have heard of it or know of it.
Wow.
But Someone Is You, I just thought sounded a bit more like...
Now, I need to listen to
less
that.
jingly.
That's one that hasn't been on my radar.
That's track number 2 after Love, Love, Love.
Okay.
So you can listen to Love, Love, Love. And then get right into this.
Because I'm not, I got to say, I'm not a fan of Love, Love, Love.
Oh, really?
Which is where I thought you were going with that.
No.
And I was like,
It's a little too hallmarky for me. So,
yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. I love a Pledis. So I need to look into that. Yeah, I think technically the Orange Caramel newest song was the Happy Pledis of like 2012.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I am going to give a weird shout out now. Might be unexpected, but it's Crayon Pop's Lonely Christmas.
I've never heard that.
It's so ridiculous.
I can't imagine Crayon Pop doing anything like... I mean, was it really like loud and
it was kind of
crazy?
Like it was loud and crazy. It was very like
but it's called
it's like
Lonely Christmas.
It's like really weird and really quirky, but I love it. Like it was, that was right after their bar success, you know, height of success.
I love what we call doom shit. Doom shit.
Oh, you're right. Me too.
I love that. So I'm imagining like a Christmas version.
Exactly.
Of that.
That's actually kind of what you should do. Yeah, it's very much in that world. It's just like it was so ridiculous and like but I just love it. I mean, maybe this truly exemplifies the fact that I don't like Christmas music. The fact that this weird ass song.
Jeff like went the opposite of what you would think Christmas music sounds like.
Yeah. So that's my latest suggestion.
All right. So I went with a Girls' Generation song. I went with Diamond.
Me too. Also on my list.
Yeah, we overlapped on one. Like even though that one is kind of like very like sparkly, jingly feeling, but I feel like it wasn't overkill, you know?
It's
it wasn't
just
like your
nice.
because they had a bit of like I don't know how to explain it.
To me, it reminded me of like just like the girl groups of like the past. It felt very like very Supremes-esque almost.
Yeah.
You know, like really of the past. Like just this.
Yeah, there was a bit more a retro vibe to it.
Yeah.
It also felt a little ice skater-ish to me.
Oh, cute.
So I don't know if that's good or bad, but
and it's like
it's very like cinematic.
Yeah.
You know?
Did they ever like officially release that, or were they just kind of performing it?
They performed it at like year end at Gaio Daejuns.
Right. And that's when they thought, or that's when the English stuff was really on the cusp of about to happen,
and
or was happening.
And I liked both the Korean and English versions, which I usually I would say I usually don't like English versions of K-pop songs because it doesn't translate well or it sounds corny. But I think they recorded both on they promoted both equally, so it didn't feel like one was just following up the other version. A throwaway.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they did really well with that one. It's on my list as well.
Yay. Okay, you have to go.
And then my last one is FX released a song last year, a Christmas song. It's called Wish List. If you can kind of imagine FX is sort of, once again, alt pop sound. It was very they were coming right after Four Walls and stuff like that. It's very synthy. It has a nice, really cool feel to it, and it's a good song. It didn't get a music video or anything like that, but it was just a good song.
Okay.
And once again, no jingle bells here, or nothing sweeping violins. It's just it was a cool kind of song. There might be jingle bells. Maybe I got that wrong.
Maybe.
But there's no Santa feels,
remember.
Yeah.
And then my final pick is M Black, who we don't really talk about anymore.
Yeah.
But their
what
song,
a shame. They were
White Forever.
Yeah,
I like that. It was more upbeat and again a little bit more edgy, kind of a little bit more R&B. A little bit of Christmassy jingle in there, not a whole lot, but I like that song a lot. A lot of these are from a few years ago because I'm gonna be honest, I just haven't heard ones from a couple years ago, but I trust that they're good.
We had some good rain. I feel like I had more of the more recent ones. You
Which
went back a couple
I need
years
to
ago.
listen to.
Yeah, listen to Orange Caramel.
Oh God, is that the one you would pick for me to listen to out of those?
I mean, the FX song is a great song. Although
production-wise, that's actually just a good standalone song.
And Red Velvet released a really good song last year too. SM typically does pretty good with these.
SM does a lot of group ones.
They just released a couple.
What was it Santa You Are One or Santa from 2011? That one is a lot of people's not favorites, but highly ranked.
Chinese on that.
Haru is a popular one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like all these songs are also on our list too.
Yeah, that's definitely on our list. Yeah.
So, I mean,
so that's
share,
our list.
Share your
favorites.
Yes, and we're gonna take. K-Stop will have a holiday break in between, episodes.
Y'all won't hear from us next week.
Yeah,
so don't miss us
we're gonna be on
much.
holiday break, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you might be celebrating. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and thank you so much for making K-Stop such a success in 2016.
We won't be back until 2017.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Yeah. So keep voting at fuse.tv for the songs to get into our K-pop top 40. But thank you so much for everything in 2016.
Yay.
And we'll see you guys in the new year. All refreshed. Yes.
All right.
So for the last time in
2016. Oh
yes. This has been Jeff.
And this is Tina. See y'all next year.
See you next year. Happy holidays.
Bye.